Tzu Chi volunteers give out aid supplies to more than 700 impoverished households at the local school. Traditional Chinese medicine doctor teaches you how to release anger and find inner peace in life. Welcome to the Headlines. I'm Maggie Tai. Thank you for joining us. In Epworth of Zimbabwe, the afternoon class students at Muguta Secondary School come from impoverished families and cannot afford to pay their tuitions. Tzu Chi volunteers therefore distribute aid supplies, including rice, to more than 700 households.
Amidst the students cheering, the truck carrying rice has driven into the campus.
This donation is going to change the children's life through, because these days there is very hungry. And I know some of the people, they don't have something to eat at home.
The students in the afternoon class cannot afford to pay for their tuition. Despite that, they could attend class because they have uniforms. However, they wear torn uniforms or shoes without shoelace and go to class being hungry.
The food my father brought is not enough because we're a big family and he only brings little food.
Tzu Chi volunteer William Duncan, who serves at the school, felt for the students and sought help from Tzu Chi. The volunteers have brought rice, blankets, soap, cooking oil, and water purifiers. The school principal hopes this won't be the last time the volunteers come to help out.
I'd like to believe that it won't be the first and the last gathering of this nature. Hopefully, our visitors shall continue to come.
The volunteers distribute aid supplies to a total of 736 households, giving each family 10 kilograms of rice. The students sang even more loudly on their way home, showing their gratitude and joyfulness.
At the end of last month, southern Philippines have suffered from torrential rain, and the flood has ruined the riverside houses in Davao City. The Taloma district, which located in the downstream, suffered the worst damage. Tzu Chi has assessed the disaster and launched the Cash for Work campaign. The flood was disastrous and the streets were all damaged. Filipino Tzu Chi volunteers finished assessing the disaster in Davao City and launched the Cash for Relief the next day. Volunteers invited more than 500 local residents to join. Everyone cleans out the dirt on the streets. And local volunteers also lent a large machine to help. 11 trucks, 1 big shovel loaders, 3 small shovel loaders, and 1 excavator. Volunteers also provided lunch and drinking water for the affected residents while they cleaned. After a day's effort, the city looked much better. However, what makes the residents the happiest is
we give everyone $20 for your effort.
$20 per day is double of the average pay for the locals. Volunteers hope to give the affected residents a reliable support as well as their best wishes for them. In the aftermath of floods in Myanmar in 2015, Tzu Chi volunteers traveled to a town to distribute rice seeds and promote rice banks. More recently, Tzu Chi volunteers have held volunteer training courses in a temple in that village, attended by more than 150 farmers.
At daybreak, Wu Wen-teng walks on the path between fields to invite everyone to attend a class. Tzu Chi is holding a training course for volunteers, attended by residents from the nearby 22 villages. One of them has even walked for an hour to attend the class.
I've attended volunteer training course with another farmer before. However, I could not continue because I feel ill and faced financial difficulties, but I still helped him in the village with charitable deeds.
4 years ago, Tzu Chi volunteers came to distribute rice seeds and promote rice banks. However, since the town is a 3-hour ride away from Yangon, those who are interested in being a volunteer with Tzu Chi could not attain training courses in the city. This time, the volunteers came to the village instead.
The class is different from that held in Yangon because the farmers are mostly illiterate. Therefore, we did not place desks and chairs to help them take notes. Instead, we explained things with pictures and videos.
Although this volunteer training course might not meet the master's expectations, we will still try our best to complete them. I'm very joyful about it.
While the volunteers tell stories with pictures and videos, the farmers' volunteers' sharing is especially touching.
I've come to attend a volunteer training course because I enjoy serving others.
After the class, I've awakened my spiritually, and I learned a lot of useful knowledge.
The volunteers have also planted seeds of love in the minds of these farmers, so they can contribute to their country in the future.
Modern people suffer from pressures from all facets of life, and it's easy to lose control of your emotions. But do you know when you're angry, it is actually harming your health? According to traditional Chinese medicine, anger can bring about headaches or even fainting. We will teach you some ways to release anger and calm your mind.
Living in the fast modern society, stress is everywhere.
整个心脏啊蹦蹦跳，然后那个手就会握得很紧，这样喘气、呼吸比较困难，这样子。
心跳会加快，对。
还有嘞，
情绪会不好。
Not in a good mood, quick to anger. In the end, these emotions just harm your health.
我们自己来伤害自己。
It's self-inflicted harm and throws the body off balance. Getting angry is considered an emotional disease in traditional Chinese medicine. Anger is part of the categories.
就是在怒的这个范畴里面。
According to the fundamental doctrine for Chinese medicine, the disorder of the 7 emotions based on TCM psychology are all harmful to the health, especially anger, as mild symptoms of anger can manifest into headaches or more severely into vomiting blood or fainting.
生气就等于是肝气过旺嘛。
Anger gives rise to abundance of liver qi, which pushed up all of the qi to the top of our body. Whether it's the rising of liver qi or liver yang or blood flow, it all goes towards the brain.
53-year-old Liao Shufen is a professional nanny. She takes care of 3 children and work about 10 hours a day.
It's different taking care of someone else's children. The mindset is different. This is a heavier responsibility.
责任更重啊。
Thinking back to when she began this trade, she was stressed and angry every day.
They don't listen or are very intentionally getting a rise out of you. Like if I tell them not to throw it, and they continue to do so.
越来越故意。
Unable to take out her anger on the children she cares for, she transferred that anger to her family. However, as the days went on, she found ways to manage her emotions and even took classes to learn how to let go of the pressure.
有些人喜欢吃一顿美食
Some people like to eat or find some quiet time to be alone. Some like to listen to music. The importance is to find our own way to not harm others or ourselves.
By observing your own emotions and understanding them, can there be a change in mood?
You can practice observing your own mood. In seeing what task we engage in gives us a relaxing feeling. Everyone is entitled to their emotions. We don't have to eliminate them completely.
Finding the right way to release your anger in the moment is important. As doctors advise seeking medical treatment if you're prone to fits of anger lasting more than a week.
59-year-old Ong Ya-chang is a Tzu Chi care recipient from Xiamen. He suffered 2 strokes, which left him without the ability to work. Tzu Chi volunteers conduct monthly visits to the family and help to repair, restore, and refurnish the house.
The room is messy as far as the eye can see. Items which are usable and garbage are placed together, while wall cancer began at the roof and extended downward to the walls. There are even dead cockroaches lining the walls.
这个房子我们也有看到，就是说 We have seen the home, and we know that a fire happened there, so everything is blackened. However, if we want to repair this home, we need to completely clean out and repaint it.
This is Xiamen Tzu Chi care recipient Wong Ya-chang's home. The wife suffers from mental health problems and is confined to her room. She doesn't let people near the room, let alone clean. Yet recently, Tzu Chi volunteers got permission, so they took this opportunity to overhaul the place.
I like helping along with everyone. This is a good place to be, and it makes me happy.
We can help do our part. It's something that brings joy and happiness to me. It's not difficult or tiring for me. There is none of that feeling here.
This is dirty, so it needs to be clean. When it shines, it will sparkle.
As this home went through some events, the volunteers spent a lot of time and effort to repair the home.
This door is very rusty, so it was first polished. Now paint is being applied. This old door will look anew.
Seeing the young volunteers help makes me look up to them. I want to learn from them on how to live each day by giving of myself.
Nearing the end of the project, volunteers brought over secondhand furniture to refurnish the rooms.
Did you see the house on the first day? It's so different now. You guys have done a great job. There is not enough nice people like you who can help them clean up their home.
Using 3 days' time, the volunteers mobilized a total of 56 people to help restore this home to its former glory and give the family a comfortable place to live.
In China, Tzu Chi volunteers are conducting preliminary home visits before the winter assistance. In Zhangzhou, Fujian, the volunteer visited 206 families in need in 20 villages. Let's follow their footprints. At the end of every summer, Zhangzhou Tzu Chi volunteers must go to the countryside to prepare for delivering love in the winter. 200 volunteers were mobilized to visit 206 families in need in 20 villages.
Our master cares about seniors. We wondered if you have enough supplies or clothes for the new year. Therefore, we came to visit you. Before Lunar New Year, we will distribute rice, cooking oil, and some daily necessities.
Since the weather is humid and hot, Zhou Liyun has an upset stomach and signs of heat stroke. The volunteers quickly fed her some sugar water and remind her to care for herself.
Later, you should eat hot food, not cold food. You also need to continue taking your medication. Best wishes for you. You do not need to come out. Go lie down since you are uncomfortable. Our best wishes for you.
80-year-old grandma Gao Su-e has received Tzu Chi's winter gifts 10 years ago. Although the supplies have been used a long time ago, she still remembers the kindness of the volunteers.
I received rice, cooking oil, and a blanket. I received a blanket in the first year. I am still using that blanket now. I miss you guys. I often think of you since you are so kind.
Grandma still remembers the volunteers' help 10 years ago. She cherishes the supply vouchers and the red envelopes of blessings and wisdom she received last year.
Keep the blessings from the master. Look, you also keep other items. Life will become better and better.
Cai Qingji, who is bedridden due to stroke, relies on his wife to care for him. His wife also needs to work as a sanitary worker. The volunteers have come to encourage the couple.
Your wife needs to care for you and work. We should appreciate her. You should be happy. Without her care, you would not be so clean. She has to go to work, and it is tough for her.
The volunteers and the residents promise each other to meet again at the end of the year. Tzu Chi volunteers' love and care have warmed the hearts of these residents. In Fujian province, a new university student, Huang Tao, his father suffered from cerebral hemorrhage. Although his father is recovering, the medical fee is very expensive. Tzu Chi volunteers and his family before the school starts to provide Tzu Chi's assistance and blessing.
Tzu Chi volunteers bring with them a luggage to visit Huang Tao's mother, who is very worried.
Although my son seems already grown up, he is still childish and immature.
No, he isn't. Let me tell you, we've seen many other students. He is more mature than the others.
Huang Tao will travel over 1,600 kilometers to study at Nankai University in Tianjin, and he has heard his mother's expectation.
Please believe in me.
Your mom works so hard and worries about you. Do you want to serve her a cup of tea?
Huang Tao is over 180 centimeters tall, so his mother has to dip her toes to hug him. The volunteers have prepared a scarf for him to keep him warm in winter. Huang Tao's father, who was rehabilitated by the cerebral vascular diseases, also worried about his son.
I have encouraged him to study hard. If he accepts your sponsor but does not have good academic results, this will disappoint you.
In the 1921 earthquake, thousands of schools in Taiwan were damaged. At that time, there were 293 schools that needed to be rebuilt. The Ministry of Education commissioned a constructing and planning agency, local governments, and private enterprises and NGOs to carry out this work. Follow our report as we look back at this period of time.
Hello.
The campus should be a paradise for children to explore and learn. They have hundreds of reasons to fall in love with the school.
最喜欢学校教室旁边的空地，都在那里吃饼干和聊天。我特别喜欢在操场里跑。我最喜欢在3楼溜滑梯。
Taichung Shigang Tunyo Elementary School is close to the Daji Creek. The school building was completely destroyed in an earthquake and was reconstructed by Chen Yongxing, an architect with Japan's Atelier Zou.
The whole team came to Shigang to observe the area, and we saw the mountains and water, and the Dajia River and the Baba Canal, which is a very important feature here. After class, they can use the outdoor stairs to come to the main hall.
The Babao Canal, which passes through the campus, was preserved, giving the space on campus to students and teachers.
All the classrooms surround the atrium, so the walkways are connected, and there are outdoor stairs that go directly to the atrium. The children will not be purely indoors, but can even go outdoors, possibly even creating an outdoor learning environment.
Here, 70% are Hakka, and this culture is one of the focuses of the school.
Teachers are also very willing to invest in this. Our performance in Hakka song competitions is very good. Being able to go from a small town to a bigger urban environment has opened out new horizons.
Though they did not use top-quality building materials, the construction team put more effort and care in the work, leading to better quality, leading to a small-scale engineering gold award. Of the 293 rebuilt school campuses, the first one is completed with students getting into new classrooms in just 5.5 months. The earthquake has damaged more than 1,500 campuses across the country, including 293 campuses which were totally collapsed. The Ministry of Education has drawn up a campus reconstruction plan, which is divided into 4 groups. The local government was given the largest number to care for, with 122 schools. Lugu's Nehu Elementary is completely built from wood and is known as the most beautiful remote primary school in the country.
This is the Nepalese-style tower. It is not just beautiful, but has a certain function to keep the building cooler and eliminating echo.
Rebuilding was difficult because of a number of problems which delayed the project.
95% of the land for the school belongs to the National Taiwan University's experimental forest. They insist that for the sake of safety, we can't build on the hillside.
During this time, there are many investigations and multiple communications which finished 5 years after the earthquake when the last building was completed on campus. The campus even preserved a large tree and a rich natural ecology.
We preserve the natural ecology for teaching purposes, so children can recognize every kind of plant, including mosses.
MAA Consulting also undertook the reconstruction of 22 campuses. Meishan Junior High School handled everything from design, planning to construction.
At that time, you must have energetic, fast, good quality. The mission is as simple as that.
The campus is M-shaped and very sturdy, protecting teachers and students.
The main structure is very strong and very secure.
Children in the mountains have good physical fitness, and school encourages various sports programs with outstanding results. The process of rebuilding the campus with private groups and NGOs include the Tzu Chi Foundation. Tongling Elementary School, located in Wufeng, faced elimination in 2012 because of insufficient enrollment.
Getting the Teaching Excellence Award is really great encouragement for us. We need to thank the jury because Tongling is a small school, and we need to Tzu Chi for help with construction, laying good foundation for us.
Teachers and students worked together and combined community resources. This remote primary school won the 2018 National Teaching Excellence Gold Award. After the earthquake, the Ministry of Education promoted a new campus movement, inviting young architects to become a key player.
How to create a natural relationship with the environment for a child on campus. Children don't want to be locked up in the classroom. They can walk out of the classroom and learn anywhere.
The campus is actually an extension of the home. It is a space where one can hear children's laughter. Looking back 20 years, the government and private groups working together have successfully transformed these schools.
Malaysia Tzu Chi Klang chapter opened a DIY class to teach the public to make baskets with recycled materials. Take a look and see you next time.